Hey guys, Gary from Western Angler. Just want to show you how to tie a triple snooted bait fishing rig for catching predominantly mulloway on big fillet baits of mullet or tailor, or smaller hole baits like whiting or small mullet. So it all starts off with just cutting off a couple of meters of, this is 80-pound Monoflex line. It's a fairly heavy jacketed line. There's various other ones you can get away with. Black Magic make a good one, as do Asari. So I just measured this out on my bench. I've just got a couple of marks. So one of these lengths is going to be for the hooks and the other is going to be for the sinker. So I normally start off by tying a 7/0 circle hook to the bottom. A lot of my mates who fish for mulloway as hard as I do reckon it should go on the top, but I've always put it on the bottom and haven't had a drama. So you start off by pinching the bottom of your leader against the hook, hold it there, and you grab the other end of the leader and pinch it there. So you've got your running end there and your fixed end down here, and just taking your running end, just wrap it around the leader and around the hook shank 6 or 7 times, and you just wet it with a bit of saliva. I've just got a little nail here in my bench which will hold that while I pull it through. Just got to make sure you keep all the kinks out of it as you pull it through. And I just line it up so that the back of the leader is in line with the hook before I pull it all down tight. Come on Gary, you can do it. Get in there. Right, so that's one. Then I use, these are 6/0 mustard ultra points, octopus, but you can use owners or gamakatsus, whatever you want. So that's the gap I keep between the two hooks. It's really only about 5 or 6 mil. So I pinch the line on the shank, take the running end of the leader, pinch it down there as well, leaving about 50 mil. Then just wrap down the shank around the running leader as well. 4, 5, 6. Wet it with a bit of saliva. Pull it through, taking care to get these kinks out as we go. Once it's loosely drawn up like that, I'll twist it around the shank till the line is in line with the back of the eye. Feed it through. Pull it down. So that's 2. Grab the third one, which is also a 6/0. Get the gap about right. Pinch it again, wrapping down from the top. Bit of saliva. Pull that down. Just roll it around the shank until the line is in line with the eye. Pull it through. Alright, so that's the triple snood. The reason I go 80-pound and the reason I go hard jacket is because a lot of the country I fish in is very unforgiving. There's a lot of reef and rock, and this stuff really holds up to it well. This is actually Monoflex. I don't know if you can buy it anymore. I bought about 1 kilometre of it about 10 years ago and I'm still getting through it. This is also really bite resistant. Quite often when you're fishing fillet baits you'll get tailor coming along, and it's not uncommon on softer mono for them to snip the bottom hook off, but unless it's a real big tailor, I very rarely have any problems with this stuff. I've also caught a lot of sharks on here. I don't like catching sharks, so I deliberately fish mono to try and avoid them, unless I think there's a chance of a big tailor or maybe a Spaniard. But yeah, even fishing mono, I often land sharks on this stuff, particularly if they're hooked outside the mouth. Okay, so at the end of this leader, or this hook trace, I'll tie a 3-way crane swivel. One of these little fellas. These are super strong and really good at eliminating line twist. This is a 2.0 by 1.0 size. So the hook trace gets tied to this little chap who's hanging out the side. I just use a uni knot, 4-turn. A little bit of saliva. Pull him tight. Trim him off. Then with my second piece of line that I cut before, this is my sinker. So that ties onto the bottom one, which is the small one. Note the big eye stays at the top, the little one at the bottom goes to your sinker. Now I normally only tie a 3-turn uni knot. I don't know if it's much weaker than a 4-turn, but I just figure I'd rather lose my sinker than my hook rig. Pull him tight, cut him off. Now a lot of people will go lighter breaking strain mono down to their sinker, but I find if you're using the same line, then the hook trace doesn't tend to spin and tangle around your sinker, whereas if you go lighter, yeah, inevitably you finish up with tangles. Okay, so the last piece of the kit is one of these chaps. This is called a little imp clip. I've been using these for a long time now. They're absolutely fantastic. They're basically you attach your hooks to that. Your sinker's hanging off the bottom of here. When it hits the water pressure hits that little flap, disconnects it and lets your hooks go. But in flight, your sinker and your hook rig is all one nice compact unit and it goes out beautifully. So yeah, you just tie to the top, and the top is the one that's got this open link on it. Once again, just a 3-turn uni knot. Bit of saliva. Pull him down tight. Cut him off. I'll just show you how you hook that onto your sinker now. So that's just a 6-ounce grapple sinker. I've put a little cable tie around to stop these wires from disconnecting. You don't have to do that, but if I'm fishing in strong current or pretty dirty bottom and I don't want it to move, then that's what I'll do. So you just get your little imp clip, clip him on there. Then when you've got your bait all beautifully wrapped on with some ghost cotton, just hooks on there and out she goes together. All right, that's it. Good on you.